Welcome to our channel, where we delve into the most perplexing mysteries of our time. Today, we're unraveling the enigmatic case of the Yuba County Five, a story that has baffled investigators and haunted the families involved for decades. In February 1978, 5 young men from Yuba City, California, embarked on what was supposed to be a simple trip to watch a basketball game. But what followed was a series of inexplicable events that led to their disappearance, and ultimately, a tragic and unsolved mystery. As the night of February 24, 1978 fell, the 5 friends, Bill Sterling, Jack Madruga, Ted Wire, Jack Hewitt, and Gary Mathias, were last seen alive at a convenience store after the basketball game. They purchased snacks and drinks, seemingly in high spirits, ready for the drive back home. But the journey took a dark turn. Their car, a turquoise and white 1969 Mercury Montego, was found abandoned on a remote mountain road, miles off their intended route. The car was in good working order, with enough gas to get them home. Authorities were perplexed. Why had they driven up a treacherous mountain path in the dead of night? The area was unfamiliar and dangerous, especially in winter conditions. There were no signs of a struggle or any mechanical issues with the vehicle. The families of the men insisted they would never have ventured that way willingly. It was as if they had been led there by some unseen force. Days turned into weeks, and hope began to fade. Search teams combed the rugged terrain, but no trace of the men was found. The vast, snowy wilderness seemed to have swallowed them whole. Theories emerged. Had they been chased? Had they become disoriented and lost? Or was there something more sinister at play? Months later, as the snow melted, the harrowing discovery of their remains added more questions than answers. What had driven them into the depths of the forest? Why had they ignored the food and supplies that could have sustained them? The haunting mystery of their disappearance continues to baffle and intrigue to this day. As search efforts intensified, the abandoned car became a focal point of the investigation. The turquoise and white 1969 Mercury Montego was found in an area known for its treacherous terrain and heavy snowfall. The vehicle was oddly positioned, stuck in a snowbank but otherwise in perfect working condition. Authorities were baffled. Why had the men driven so far off their intended route? Inside the car, the scene was equally perplexing. Personal belongings, including maps, were left untouched. The keys were missing, but the car was unlocked, suggesting the men had left voluntarily. Stranger still, the gas tank was a quarter full, debunking the theory that they had run out of fuel. The location of the car raised more questions than answers. The road was narrow and winding, leading to a remote area of the Plumas National Forest. In winter, it was a place no one would venture without a compelling reason. Local law enforcement struggled to piece together the sequence of events that led the friends there. Experts proposed various theories. Some suggested the men had taken a wrong turn, while others believed they were escaping from someone or something. The families dismissed these ideas, insisting that the men would never have willingly driven up such a dangerous path. The discovery of the car only deepened the mystery. It was as if the vehicle had been abandoned in a hurry. But why? And where had the men gone from there? The surrounding area was combed thoroughly, but no immediate clues were found, leaving investigators and families alike in a state of agonizing uncertainty. As we delve deeper into the case, the abandoned car remains a haunting symbol of the inexplicable events that unfolded that night. What drove the Yuba County Five into the heart of the wilderness? The answers remain elusive, buried under layers of snow and time. As the days turned into weeks, search efforts for the missing men intensified. The rugged terrain and unpredictable weather conditions made the search a daunting task for authorities and volunteers alike. Helicopters scoured the area from above, while ground teams combed through the dense forest and snow-covered paths. Despite the extensive efforts, the men seemed to have vanished without a trace. Search dogs were brought in to pick up any scent, but they too were baffled, often losing the trail in the vast wilderness. The community rallied together, with locals joining the search and offering any information they might have. Every lead, no matter how small, was investigated thoroughly, yet each one led to a dead end. The families of the missing men were devastated, clinging to hope but tormented by the lack of answers. news outlets covered the story extensively, and the case quickly gained national attention. Experts in criminal behavior and survival tactics were consulted, but even they were left scratching their heads. As the search dragged on, a chilling realization began to set in. The likelihood of finding the men alive was diminishing with each passing day. The harsh winter conditions posed a severe threat to their survival. Yet the question remained, where could they have gone? And why had they left the safety of their car in the first place? Despite the exhaustive search, the mystery of the Yuba County 5 only deepened. The abandoned car and the treacherous landscape seemed to hold their secrets tight, refusing to reveal what had truly happened to the 5 friends. The search efforts, though valiant and relentless, offered no closure, leaving everyone involved in a state of profound frustration and sorrow. As we continue to unravel the enigma of the Yuba County 5, the search efforts stand as a testament to the relentless pursuit of truth and the enduring hope of finding answers in the face of unimaginable uncertainty. Months after the search efforts had seemingly hit a dead end, a breakthrough came in the most unexpected way. In June 1978, a group of motorcyclists ventured deep into the Plumas National Forest, far from the initial search area. As they approached a remote trailer, a foul odor permeated the air, leading them to make a shocking discovery. Inside the trailer, they found the skeletal remains of 4 of the missing men. The scene was both baffling and tragic. The bodies were in various stages of decomposition, but what stood out was the state of the trailer itself. There were ample supplies, canned food, matches, and even a propane tank, but none of it had been used. One of the men, Ted Wire, was found wrapped in several layers of blankets, suggesting he had survived for a considerable period before succumbing to the harsh conditions. The discovery raised more questions than it answered. Why had the men not used the supplies to survive? Why had they ventured so far into the wilderness, only to end up in a trailer that offered them no salvation? Most hauntingly, why was one of the men, Gary Mathias, still missing, with no trace of his whereabouts? Investigators were left puzzled by the scene. There were no signs of a struggle, no clear evidence pointing to foul play, yet the circumstances were undeniably strange. Theories began to circulate. Had the men been led there by someone or something sinister? Or had they simply fallen victim to the elements and their own lack of preparedness? As the mystery deepened, the discovery of the bodies only added another layer of complexity to the already perplexing case of the Yuba County 5. The trailer, once a symbol of potential refuge, had become a tomb, holding its secrets tight and offering no clear answers. The discovery of the bodies left investigators and the public with more questions than answers. How did 5 young men, all with their own unique personalities and strengths, end up in such a remote and desolate place? The trailer, filled with supplies that could have sustained them for weeks, remained largely untouched. Why didn't they make use of the food and resources? The matches, the propane tank. These could have provided essential warmth and sustenance during the freezing nights. Yet, they were left untouched, as if the men were too paralyzed by fear or confusion to act. And then there's the matter of Gary Mathias, whose body was never found. Was he the key to unlocking the mystery? Did he wander off in search of help, only to meet a fate unknown? Or is it possible that he was never there in the first place, and his disappearance holds a darker secret? Speculations abound. Some believe the men were chased by an unknown threat, leading them to seek refuge in the trailer but too terrified to do anything more. Others suggest a psychological breakdown, perhaps induced by the harsh conditions or an unseen force, which left them unable to make rational decisions. Could there have been an external factor, a person or even a supernatural element, that led them to their tragic end? Or did the harsh realities of nature simply prove too formidable for them to overcome? As we delve deeper, we find ourselves grappling with the same questions that have haunted investigators for decades. The story of the Yuba County 5 is not just a tale of disappearance, it's a chilling enigma that continues to baffle and intrigue. As we delve into the mystery of the Yuba County 5, several theories have emerged over the years, each seeking to explain the inexplicable. One theory posits that the men were victims of foul play. Some suggest they might have stumbled upon something they were not supposed to see, leading to a desperate flight into the wilderness. Could they have been chased, forcing them to abandon their car and seek refuge in the trailer? Another theory revolves around psychological factors. Could the men have experienced a shared psychotic episode, perhaps triggered by the stress of being lost in the freezing wilderness? This might explain why they didn't utilize the supplies in the trailer, as their minds were clouded by fear and confusion. There's also the possibility of an accident. Perhaps they took a wrong turn and found themselves in an unfamiliar, hostile environment. Struggling to survive, they might have made irrational decisions due to hypothermia or exhaustion. Some have even speculated about a supernatural element. Stories of mysterious lights and strange occurrences in the area have fueled these beliefs, suggesting that something otherworldly might have played a role in their tragic fate. Finally, Gary Mathias's disappearance adds another layer of complexity. Could he have been the key to their survival, only to meet an unknown fate while seeking help? Or does his absence point to a darker secret, one that has yet to be uncovered? While each theory offers a possible explanation, none have been able to fully unravel the enigma of the Yuba County Five. The truth remains elusive, buried beneath layers of conjecture and speculation. In the end, the case of the Yuba County Five is a haunting reminder of how fragile the line between the known and the unknown can be. As we continue to explore this mysterious case, we are left to wonder, will we ever truly know what happened to these 5 men? While the mystery of the Yuba County Five continues to baffle investigators and enthusiasts alike, it's essential to remember the human side of this tragedy, the families left behind. For them, the loss was not just a headline or a cold case. It was a devastating, life-altering event that left a permanent void. The parents, siblings, and friends of the 5 men were plunged into a nightmare of uncertainty and grief. They grappled with the unimaginable pain of not knowing what happened to their loved ones. Each day brought a new wave of sorrow as they hoped for answers that never came. The search efforts were not just a procedural task for law enforcement. They were a desperate plea from families wanting to bring their boys home. The endless days and nights of waiting, the constant media attention, and the barrage of theories took a toll on their emotional well-being. Interviews with the families reveal a shared sentiment of profound loss and lingering questions. They speak of the men not as mere victims of a baffling case, but as beloved sons, brothers, and friends with dreams and aspirations. Their absence created an irreplaceable gap in the lives of those who loved them. Despite the passage of time, the pain remains fresh for many. Memorials and anniversaries serve as poignant reminders of the 5 lives cut short and the answers that remain just out of reach. The families continue to seek closure, hoping that one day the truth will emerge and they can finally find peace. As we reflect on the Yuba County Five, let's remember the families who still carry the weight of this mystery. Their resilience in the face of such profound loss is a testament to the enduring power of love and the human spirit. As we continue to ponder the unanswered questions and possible theories behind the Yuba County Five, it is important to consider the lasting legacy of this haunting case. The tragic story has not only left a mark on the families, but has also woven itself into the fabric of local folklore and true crime history. Over the years, the Yuba County Five case has inspired numerous books, documentaries, and online discussions. Amateur sleuths and professional investigators alike have pored over the details, each hoping to uncover new clues or insights that might finally solve the mystery. The case has become a touchstone for those fascinated by the unexplained and the eerie, a symbol of how even the most ordinary lives can intersect with the extraordinary. The community of Yuba County has also been deeply affected. The disappearance and deaths of the 5 men serve as a somber reminder of the fragility of life and the unpredictability of fate. Local memorials and annual commemorations keep their memories alive, ensuring that the men are not forgotten and that the quest for answers continues. Moreover, the case has had a broader impact on how similar investigations are approached. It has highlighted the importance of thorough search efforts, timely media engagement, and the need for better support for families dealing with such traumatic events. The Yuba County Five has become a case study in investigative circles, teaching valuable lessons about the complexities and challenges of solving such enigmatic disappearances. In the digital age, the mystery has found new life on platforms like YouTube, Reddit, and podcasts, where true crime enthusiasts share theories and dissect every known detail. The story of the Yuba County Five transcends time and place, continuing to captivate and confound people around the world. As we look back on this chilling case, we are reminded of the enduring human desire to seek truth and justice. The legacy of the Yuba County Five is not just one of tragedy, but also of resilience, curiosity, and the relentless pursuit of answers. Up next, we revisit the key elements of this unsolved mystery and reflect on why it remains one of the most perplexing cases of our time. As we near the end of our journey through the labyrinthine mystery of the Yuba County Five, it's crucial to pause and reflect on what we've uncovered and what still eludes us. The story of these five men is not just a tale of disappearance and death, but a haunting narrative that challenges our understanding of human behavior, fate, and the unknown. We have delved into the details of their last known movements, examined the eerie circumstances surrounding their abandoned car, and explored the exhaustive search efforts that spanned months. We've considered the tragic discovery of their bodies and the myriad of unanswered questions that still linger. As we sift through the possible theories, ranging from foul play to environmental factors and even the supernatural, one thing becomes clear. The Yuba County Five case is a mosaic of perplexing clues and profound mysteries. Each piece of evidence raises more questions than answers, creating a puzzle that has captivated and confounded investigators and true crime enthusiasts for decades. The impact on the families is immeasurable, a wound that time has not fully healed. Their grief and uncertainty are a somber reminder of the human cost behind every unsolved case. The community of Yuba County holds on to the hope that one day the truth will surface, providing closure for those left in the shadows of this tragedy. This case serves as a stark reminder of how fragile and unpredictable life can be. It also underscores the importance of community, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of truth. As we conclude this exploration, we are reminded that some mysteries may never be solved, but the quest for answers is a journey worth undertaking. Thank you for joining us as we revisited the enigma of the Yuba County Five. Stay curious, stay vigilant, and most importantly, never stop seeking the truth.